What's up guys, it's your boy Nathaniel Messiah. So in today's video I've got a sick Q&A for you with my boy Joe Fazer, my good friend Joe. But before we get into that, I've got one thing to tell you, and that's that Gymshark is having a huge sale of up to 50% off selected lines, and the sale's going live today 7 PM UK time, which is an hour after this video is dropping. So if you guys want anything in the sale, make sure you use my link, which is the top link in the description. You do not want to waste time with the sale because stuff flies off the shelves. And yeah, Gymshark only does a couple of these sales per year, so perfect opportunity to copy yourself something. Make sure you do it. Anything you get through my link really supports me. So yeah, Gymshark sale. But now back to the video. What's up guys, it's your boy Nathaniel Messiah. So today we've got a very special guest on the channel. He's been on there before, Mr. Joe Fazer.
What is up guys? This is the iconic Q&A spot.
Iconic, in fact let me get up to you. This is the iconic Q&A spot, right? We did one here last time, you guys really seem to enjoy it. So, one of my Instagram, which you should follow by the way, Nathaniel Messiah. Instagram is not on the same level as YouTube, so let's get that back up there. But yeah, so you guys sent questions on my Instagram. So, sorry, we can't answer everyone's question. Let's
Well, for tons of questions.
We'll try and get different questions to last time. Yeah. But yeah, if you guys are looking forward to this video, make sure you like, comment and subscribe. Subscribe to my channel, subscribe to Joe's channel. He's trying to get to 500k, I'm trying to get to 100k, and we're both trying to hit that milestone. So yeah, let's go. Alright, so first question is, taking a gap year now wise? So Joe is a good man to ask because it's kind of what he's doing. I don't even know if it's a gap year. It's just...
Well, originally I wasn't going to take a gap year.
Yeah.
I was doing my A-levels, COVID hit, so naturally a gap year just happened.
Makes sense.
Not a great one because you couldn't do anything.
Yeah.
However, it gave me the opportunity to just grind YouTube, grind editing, and it's paid off.
You've grown a lot.
Now I'm not going to uni, which I was going to do about just before A-levels. I was like 100% going to uni. And now no, it's kind of done well. So my advice, if you've got a plan, I think it is a good idea. What do you think?
The thing is, a gap year is only detrimental if you end up not doing what you plan to do. Because being 1 year behind on what you're meant to do is like not really that deep. You've got plenty of this want to get done. But why it might not be beneficial for some people is because a lot of people's gap year turns into just not doing what they said they were going to do, which is okay, which is good if you end up achieving something within that gap year. But a lot of people within that gap year lose the motivation for like things like studying and things like that. So also a gap year might serve as a way of procrastinating, so you might not want to go to uni, so you're like, oh, I'll take a gap year, but subconsciously you know I'm not really planning to go back. So me personally, I'm of the kind of perspective of not taking a gap year. I'm planning to go straight into uni, and kind of my thought process for that is I want to get it done as quickly as possible, but I also I don't know, I feel like I can also use uni to try and grow and kind of pivot my channel to like uni and stuff like that. So different perspectives, but both of them should hopefully, what's already working for Joe, hopefully in my next year should work for me. So so this question is, what is your opinion on dirty bulk?
How can we get your perspective on it first?
Okay, so here's the thing, I do not think dirty bulks are beneficial, because if your goal is to gain the most amount of muscle and you don't care about how lean you get, then it might make sense, right? But most people want to get to a stage where they've got the muscle they want, but they also get down to that body fat. So any extra muscle that you're likely to build doing a dirty bulk, and should we qualify the definition of dirty bulk? Dirty bulk is a huge surplus. Because what's a surplus? Well, unhealthy food surplus. Because what's a surplus for you is different to what's a surplus for me. Because what do you think your maintenance is, probably?
Oh, I mean, at the moment I'm eating like 3,000 calories a day, and I'm not gaining weight.
Not gaining weight. And when Joe was bulking, he was at like what, 5,000, 4,000?
Yeah, and I wasn't gaining too
much weight. Whereas if I ate that much, that would be an enormous surplus. But yeah, so any extra muscle you gain dirty bulking, I feel like in that prolonged cut, like sometimes guys have to do like a 20-week cut. And a 20-week cut, you're gonna lose so much muscle. So if you just wanted to go full bear mode, then maybe dirty bulking will make sense. But if you want to eventually get lean, I think a lean bulking approach makes sense, and that's what I've done for the last year.
I agree with pretty much everything. Apart from if you're in the position where you're super skinny and you just can't get food in. So a dirty bulk is where you're eating unhealthy foods like fast food, stuff like this, to get the calories in. If you're a skinny guy who has a really bad appetite, a high metabolism, and they just can't gain weight, then for some people it's the only option. Like myself at one point. But for 90% of the population, I would say no. I would say do a normal bulk.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, good question.
Okay, so this question: have you ever had body dysmorphia? Can we go, Joe?
Yeah, I have. I still do, mate. I still do. How you live with me, you know how much I'm always like complaining about how I'm looking. If I see a bad angle of myself, it's just gonna be there.
I think it's good.
Huh?
I think it's good.
it can be beneficial.
It's bittersweet.
Yeah. It's like, for example, okay, so from my perspective, yes, I have had body dysmorphia, but do you know one thing that I think has made it a lot better has been focusing more on powerlifting than bodybuilding.
Sure.
Because powerlifting, you're more focusing on the numbers and things like that. It's more linear, yeah, and it's not as subjective. Bodybuilding, your whole day could be ruined because you stepped in bad lighting. Literally, you can step in bad lighting and you think you lost about 10 pounds of lean muscle when in reality it's just bad lighting. So I think with powerlifting and focusing on the numbers, you're less focused on your body, and I think that's quite healthy because you actually can't control what your body looks like. You can control the work you put in and the food that you eat, but then how your body looks is like it's like the product of that.
Yes.
You control what you put in.
Yeah.
The end result is a result of your work and your genetics and all the other things.
Couldn't agree
so
more.
But also, body dysmorphia, it's not a thing that only affects skinny guys, or only affects any particular point.
It affects the biggest guy.
The biggest guy in the gym who's still sourced into his gills. That means taking a lot of steroids for you that don't understand. But yeah, the biggest guy that's doing that, he still has body dysmorphia because he believes that he's not big enough, even though he's enormous.
Yeah.
And that's one of the things with bodybuilding. They say the day you start bodybuilding is the day that you're small forever.
It's the day you're never satisfied.
You're never satisfied, literally.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Key though is comparing to other people is never.
I do it too much.
Never.
I do it too much. In some ways, looking at these whip guys on social media is good. Like, it's motivational.
Like, we were both motivated by like what David Lane and guys like that.
Yeah. And then in other points, it's another bittersweet, and that's a big thing in bodybuilding.
Because you don't have the same things going for you. You're not gonna have the same genetics. You may not have the same amount of time. Because you know what? I think one thing that had helped me was actually lockdown last year.
Yeah.
Because
really? Even when you didn't have 100?
Even though, because like things like weighted calisthenics and stuff can still preserve the muscle that you've got.
Sure.
But me having the time to cook my meals and things like that, when I was at sixth form, and because I was, trying my best at sixth form, sometimes it's harder to, do some of those things. So
sure.
I found myself like going to McDonald's and stuff like that very regularly. And when I was off, I wasn't doing that. So, what's our opinion on fake natty bodybuilders, fake natural bodybuilders?
Not good.
Not good.
Not good.
Short answer.
Short answer. I mean, it's very.
Goodness me, with absolute pandemonium behind us. What is going on?
We're filming Q&A here, guys.
Just calm it down, mate. No, actually, people in South London can't drive. I'm telling you that for a fact. Can't drive.
It demotivates people, and you can never tell if someone's fake natty. For some people you can, but not good.
No, it's not good. And the problem with it, if you're just taking gear and you don't say anything, that's fine. That's okay, because in a lot of, for example, certain European countries are so on it with steroids and it's so demonized. Yeah, you can get jail time, and they can walk into random gyms and drug test people randomly. Like yes, they do that. My friends that I know in other places in Europe, they've done that. So they're literally that demonized. So in that sense, it makes sense why some people choose not to.
Yeah.
But purposefully lying and saying you're fake natural, especially for purposes of selling programs, things like that, is not good at all, because you're misleading people and you're lying for financial gain, which is pretty much as scummy as it gets.
That's why most people do it.
And I know a lot of you are going to look and say that I am being a hypocrite because you think I'm a fake natural.
He's natural.
To be honest, we've addressed this too many times. I'm not going to go over it again. I am natural, but
yeah, if you go to like a European country and someone like suspects it, like police will come to the gym and on the spot. It's mad.
What's the best moment of your lifting career?
You know what, this sounds like bad because it's not the best number, but when I hit 180, 4 plates, I went hype. I was with my best mates in the gym. Everyone was going mental. I got it on video. Like,
sick.
That.
Yeah.
Deadlift always brings hype.
Yeah. But I don't know. Do you know? I love it because, especially on social media, like, people seem to care way more about deadlifts than other lifts,
Mate, 100%.
It's crazy. I don't know what, I think it just, something about it is just natural, if you get what I'm saying. Like, people that aren't even really that into gym understand that, like, how much deadlifting. Like, I get people at school that don't really know about gym, but they'll be like, oh, you deadlift at 300.
It's the funnest to watch.
Yeah, 100%. It's most simple. You just need to pick something up and put it down.
I'm guessing.
What would you say mine is?
Yours is 315 with
It's not. Yeah, not close. That whole event was sick. Seeing all the other lifters, I was getting really nervous before it because I saw all these guys with their crazy Olympic lifts doing crazy stuff. And also they put me as the finale. So if I messed up,
it was live stream.
Yeah, it was live stream. No second attempts, no nothing. So yeah, being able to do that's the best. Definitely the best. Okay, so looking back, what would you have done differently when you started training?
Do you want to go? Do you want me to go?
I know. I would have started doing 1 rep maxes way earlier because I did one deadlift 1 rep max when I was about 14. I hit 147.5, and I didn't 1 rep max again until I was about 16. And I remember I was repping like 160 for 8 at 15, and I wish I would have 1 rep max then. Because
you would have broke the internet.
You would have broke the internet. That was on like my last set. So I think I would have had about like what? Because if I went on my last set now and tried to do something for 8, I'd do like 40 kilos less than I usually would.
Yeah.
So I think literally at 15 I probably had over 200 kilos.
Can we just say that also, like, unrelated, that is another point of why Nate is natural at that age.
I'll put it on the screen right now.
Unless you think Nate was taking steroids at 15.
Bro, in this video I'm in my school PE kit in a commercial gym near my school.
That's too funny,
bro.
But that would have broke the internet if you went for 1 rep.
It would have in my school PE kit.
Yeah.
I wish. What would you have done?
I would have started implementing progressive overload, doing the big lifts. Because when I first started, I was just doing, machines. Trying to stay away from where the big guys were at. I wish I just got straight into it, full body, progressive overload, squats, deadlift, bench.
Yeah. I would have actually taken a little bit more of a lean bulking approach because.
Did you go full dirty ball?
Well, it wasn't that. It's just that my metabolism wasn't that fast.
Sure.
So when I would eat what I thought was a decent amount of food, I would gain weight quick. So
more of a lean bulk.
Yeah, I would because when that's what. Because when you're young, you don't want to really cut that much.
Yeah.
Because cutting when you're young, like people ask a lot of questions about stunting growth. There's one scientifically proven way to stunt your growth when you're young, and that's not eating enough. That's the only way that's scientifically proven. If you don't eat enough when you're young, that can stunt your growth. That's the only thing. So if you're young and lifting, don't worry about cutting, don't worry about that stuff. And that's why I'd recommend a lean bulk, because you'll probably see yourself getting really, chubby and want to lean down.
Yeah.
So if you just take a lean bulk approach, you won't have that urge, and just avoid cutting. Like severely cutting.
Agreed.
You don't want to be shredded at 14. You don't want to, because you're really just malnourished.
Agreed. Yeah.
Anyways, that is gonna wrap it up. We're now gonna do Joe's Q&A, so make sure you head over to his channel. If you've not watched that already, we're gonna have part 2, more juicy questions on there. But guys, thank you for watching this video. Thank you, Joe, for coming on the channel.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you very much. We actually did the high five properly this time.
We did.
At the beginning of last video,
we did.
it was like
play down the video.
Yeah, I'm gonna play it. But it was literally but anyways, thank you guys for watching this video. See you guys in the next one. Peace.